Ch4. Storm.
I need the key. If we can just get rid of Jeremy, everything will go back to normal.
That reminds me. I saw Miss Emily earlier. You remember her? You know she's Jeremy's niece.
She's looking for him.
That's right. She's helping us, in her own way.
As long as she don't stand in the way of the mother of 1,000 young.
I don't think she knows or cares about that. She just here for Jeremy. I've been more worried about that Detective Carnby fella. He's been snooping around asking all kinds of questions.
God, it hurts.
I wish you would stop doing that. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Heebie-jeebies. Calori frio. Okay. This is the door she came from. The clerk's office. Where is it? Seems like the majority of these rooms are bolted shut. If she were to head through that hallway... Fuck it, let's go. Let's see. There's the dining room and all that. I do recall when it comes to going through that talisman, showing the maps. This door's locked. That door is blocked. Dining area. So much rot now.
What's going on here? It's blocked.
Heading downstairs will not do any good. Library locker and all that. That's probably the only way she can actually head downstairs. So I trip out on the bathrooms in these areas. There's nothing that they have here. Preparations for St. John's.
We must have faith that Jeremy's pact with the Dark Man is a bluff. If we are lucky, our visitors will find him and prove it's all nonsense before night falls. What is true is our attempt to call on her. Too many things have happened for this evening to be in vain. Think of Jack and Cassandra, even Perosi, whose circumstances I can't understand. Grace is our goat without horns. She knows it and will play the role. You must talk to your brother, Baptiste. I worry that he will fail us. Mrs. Thompson.
This is her room. The maid of the house. The maid of this institution. library is always open. What about this door here? Opens it. Lunacy and the Astarte Artist Colony.
Lunacy and the Astarte Artist Colony, a monograph by Yael Klein. In early 1909, the old Derceto plantation outside of New Orleans was turned into an artist's colony. 3 famous European artists rented the house and the surrounding land from the owner, the Ledoux family. The colony was chiefly run by Sebastian Cortez, who was playfully dubbed the captain by his collaborators, William Arges and Heinrich Kassel. The colony existed for 6 years, until one day all 12 members disappeared without a trace. It is widely believed that their disappearance is connected to the disastrous hurricane that passed through on September 29, 1915, but nothing truly supports this claim. What is known is their frequent participation in New Orleans nightlife, their love for hosting parties, and their elaborate contributions to the Mardi Gras parades as the Pirates of Pontchartrain. Accounts of their lifestyle can be found in almost every gossip column. It can effectively be summed up as carefree and bohemian. In late June 1909, the name Astarte first appeared in the newspapers. Cortez said the name came to him as he was painting. There is never any claim to knowing about the ancient Phoenician fertility goddess with the same name before this time. His fellow colonist Heinrich Kassel did know, because he later produced sculptures that show clear references to ancient idols of the goddess. It's impossible to know for sure how this name suddenly made an appearance, but it is interesting because of Derceto's history. Even the name Derceto is the Greek name of a Syrian fertility goddess. In the case of naming the plantation, Derceto was certainly not an accident. We know that Elijah Pickford intended to build a temple for his cult, for he had distributed pamphlets 2 years prior to the purchase of the land, advertising his intentions. His followers were estimated to be almost 100 men and women, mostly sailors, Maroons, and Cajuns, when the plantation was built. To outsiders, Derceto registered as an ordinary slave plantation, which enabled Pickford and his flock to remain hidden for decades. The official story is that the cult lasted until 1862, when the Union Army came and burned down the plantation and scattered all who lived there. Following the Civil War, new people started to congregate in the ruins of Derceto to invent a new fertility goddess, the Shub-Niggurath. As much as Derceto is a particular name to have heard of, it's not entirely uncommon among the learned. Astarte is equally known and could have been subconsciously chosen by well-read artists. Shub-Niggurath is, on the other hand, very uncommon. Almost impossible that anyone in Louisiana would have heard that name. The name is referenced only in rare books like Unaussprechlichen Kulten and the Necronomicon, and is believed to be a bastardization of Arabic words meaning pertaining to the dark young. The few paragraphs printed on the goddess are so upsetting that no one in their right mind would want to build a religion resting on such qualities. The Shub-Niggurath cult was hard to get rid of, but it is believed that despite the police jailing and killing several cultists over the years, the main culprit in the cult's demise is the cult itself, which seems to line up with every instance of cult activity on Derceto's grounds. When Captain J.W. Norton of the Union Army arrived, he described the people at Derceto as malnourished and maniacal. As much as the army tried to save them, they fought back with fervor, as if nothing was going to stop them from slowly destroying themselves. While the disappearance of the Astarte Artist colony remains a mystery, the recurring motif seems to suggest that their fate involved lunacy and a hunger for self-sacrifice to that fertility goddess with 1,000 names.
Fertility goddess with 1,000 names. All I want to say is, a negative woman does have a lot of names and a positive one. The hell? That shit don't look right. Look at her eyes. Opera playbill. Lag me up. The Pirates of Pot and Car Train. Sorry if I'm butchering these. Wrote this beyond that door. Best if I would let her talk. We would let her talk. Fine, I guess. Keep our secrets.
Mrs. Thompson, I understand the last week has been busy. Under these circumstances, I find it important to remind you that Derceto's concerns are not a public matter, nor is it something that should upset you. Please continue your excellent work, and don't spend a thought on the death of Perosi, or, more importantly, the suicide of Cassandra Beauregard. They should mean nothing to you or the staff. I rely on your loyalty, and trust that your close kinship with the Tabois siblings will keep Derceto's secrets hidden. Dr. Gray.
What the? Oh, never mind. Here from the beginning. Okay. The clerk's office.
I can't leave yet. I need to get Jeremy out of here.
92, you open that door. You'd be sucked into a black hole void. All these other rooms are open. Detective Carnby.
Detective Carnby, I'm terribly sorry that my niece has pulled you into this mess. Please, with all my blessings, take her away from this cursed place. I have destroyed that Eater of Worlds and locked it away in the attic and retreated to a place of hiding. Tell Emily I'm safe. Tell her all the lies you can think of to make her listen. Take her back to New Orleans. Sincerely, Jeremy.
It's best if I try your move, I guess. Let's find out what other clues are around this area. Trust me.
Brother, I need you to trust me. This is the most important moment in our family's history. I know you have doubts and that the terrible Mama Loa told you lies. I would never betray you. I promise. Lottie.
It's getting really eerie.
Hey, little lady, how's your evening been going?
Ups and downs, I suppose.
I hear that. We all live in the life of an elevator operator.
Are you alright, sweetie?
Do you want to see my mask, miss? I'm making it for St. John's.
How did you... Is that supposed to be my... Ow!
You should learn your place, little girl.
Why are you acting this way? What did I ever do to you?
Grace! Grace!
I think I should have never went in there yet. I feel like that I should have done the puzzle first. Lagniappe. And yet, it was there.
At least he's breathing. I'll just let him sleep it off.
First floor hall key.
I'll just borrow these.
Let's see what else is here. The washing area. Yeah, let's just solve that.
There's something missing.
Got my Summerford switch. Okay.
Mr. Waits must have had a spare key to Dr. Gray's office, but where?
The ones that have the mental issues. I'll look into that. Give me 1 sec. The Dark Man's contract. Nine. 1 3.
I better get to work on breaking the pact with the Dark Man. It's the only way to save Jeremy. Good thing I still have the talisman. I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. I don't know the combination. Wait, maybe I do.
Okay. Shit. Nine 4 3 or 9 1 3.
It worked.
Perfect. Dr. Gree's office key. The empty room.
The last guest in the empty room suffered from severe maladaptation. I must write this down, because if I understand the condition sufficiently, it could make me deny this fact at a later date. And there is reason for me to think I may come to suffer the consequences from this dysfunction, as some who came in contact with the guest seemed to adopt a new worldview in which everything was predetermined but broken. Upon accepting this worldview, some memories became unmanageable and later rejected. I do not know what this means. I cannot even remember the fate of the guest. I think they were simply misplaced one day and forgotten. Just like all documents pertaining to this guest, they have all been destroyed, or they never existed in the first place. Who wrote this? There has never been a guest in the empty room.
Maybe H-Step was there. What's this?
Here we are. Dr. Gray's office. Now let's see if we can find some answers.
Cassandra's things.
I have finished tidying up Miss Beauregard's belongings. I will leave it to you to contact her agent and have them collect her things. I found one of Grace's drawings she might want back, along with this key in her room, which I believe you've been looking for. Mrs. Thompson.
France. Key item. A small case shaped like the country of France. Stairwell key. The Flying Dutchman. Oh wow. Wonder if that actually existed. Another lagniappe. When it makes you worse. Prisoner of Ice. All these lagniappes. Feels like we are finding the majority here. Fuck!
This can't be.
You're a ship. We're the Flying Dutchman. Oh, fucking bear. Let's go check up on that area where you had the drunk. Where there was the drunk. Lagniappe. Death of an author. Of the author. Okay. Cassandra's last page.
Jeremy knew that the only one who could help him now was the guest in room number 3. The room seemed to have been empty for so long. But that wasn't allowed to be true. The story needed to be different. To include something from the outside, he would bring the guest back to room 3 and show them what was in that safe. 913. But those were not the right numbers. That was the combination for the safe in the clerk's office.
Well, instead of having to look for the Dark Man's contract and all that, Cassandra, you really are a big help. This concludes the broadcast for now. Stay tuned for more in a little bit. Gotta use the bathroom. Terribly sorry.